Okay guys, Thursday's highlights. I thought this was going to be kind of a lackluster day because I really wasn't anticipating trading much because of the healthcare decision. I just didn't know what was going to happen, how the market was going to react. Um, so the midday section was really boring. Wasn't really looking to do anything. But man, we had some nice setups in the afternoon. I'm going to go over them now. VRTX. I got to tell you, we had a member in chat, one of the best shorters in chat. I don't know exactly where he shorted it, somewhere around here. Vertex, I'm not exactly sure, but he got over $4 a share on some of his shares on a short, okay? And I didn't take it with him. I wish I would have. But anyway, when Vertex, VRTX, started selling off here, look at this. You hear me talk about shape and volume in our videos a lot. Look at the shape change. See how that's just starting to accelerate to the downside? The volume is reaching out, okay? So you've got volume running up, price running down. They almost look like they're reaching out to each other. This is the look of capitulation, all right? And I just had to get involved in this one. I just, whenever you have a chat room full of people and a whole bunch of people are saying, oh man, I can't believe, they're typing the same symbol over and over with the words wow, right? Because this thing just kept selling. This might not look like much, but if you go to the high of the day, 56.67, when it got down, it went down to 48, okay? So what is that, almost $9? That's a big range in one day. All right, anyway, when it started to look like this, this is unsustainable selling. Now, I don't want to catch a falling knife, so I typed in the chat I was going to use 1 minute candles, okay? And this is exactly what it looked like when I typed it out. 1 minute candles, meaning I'm going to take a first break of a previous 1 minute candles high. I knew we were at a point of possible capitulation and a reversal. Okay, you had a nice kind of doji candle here, big volume. Again, price, volume reaching out to each other. So over this candle, I'm long, okay, 48.50 right there. Worst case stop goes below this candle, 47.85. All right, look what happens. That is the low of the day. We caught it within 1 minute of the low of the day, and it goes from 48.50 all the way to 51.74. All right, so that is a $3.24 move in our favor on 65 cents risk. Now, most of our trades don't have 65 cents risk per share, but when you have this kind of range on the day, when you're talking about an $8 range on the day, 65 cents is not much risk. And you can always control how much money you're risking by using proper position size. All right, another beautiful afternoon trade was Ross Stores. Let's go to 5 minute candles here. First of all, let me show you the daily. Ross Stores is one of those crazy strong stocks up until lately, okay? Then today, today and yesterday, big push down. You can see it held 60 here, had a base around 60 here. 60 was resistance here. You had this one push down and back up through it here. But anyway, 60 was relevant. I looked at the daily when I was watching this thing trade, okay? This first caught my attention right about here. Okay, see the volume spike here? And you had a subtle, you hear me talk about shape change, here we go again. We had a subtle shape change, which you can, the trained eye, you get to learn to see these, but you loosely connect the tops of the candles. Right here, you can see a little subtle shape change, and you had the volume. So it goes on my radar. No trade here, because look what happens. Just keeps going down. It doesn't break a previous candle's high. Then when it gets down right about here, I typed in, hey, 60 is interesting on Ross Stores because I looked at the daily. But look what happens. Triggers on 60s kind of go sideways. Anyone that put a bid at 60, now I don't really trade like that, but it would have given you a quick 30 cents. But anyway, this is one of my favorite setups on the planet. So if you're ever going to take note, I'm talking about a stock that's getting killed to an area of support on the daily. And here goes the most important part. Let me zoom in. Then what you want to see is you got that little stair step right here, and then you want to see it first break of a previous 5 minute candles high. It happened right there. Okay, so that is what you call a fives trigger, and it almost immediately fails. Okay, usually I'll sit these out. I won't try to take it long on fives. I'll watch it, and then I can almost always find a secondary entry. But what I love to see is a trigger on five. In other words, first break of a previous fives high. Remember, at support on the daily after getting killed. It's all part of the equation. Now look what happens. Back down again, starts to come down, takes out the stops. Okay, now you've got a whole new stair step on fives, whole new series of consecutive lower highs. Look at the volume here. This is even makes it better. You had kind of a doji candle. So now we call in our chat room we call it secondary fives. Okay, meaning it's broken a previous fives once and is doing another push taken out the stops. Secondary fives, several of us were talking about watching Raw Store's secondary fives here. The high of this candle, 59.93. Look what happens. There's the trigger, 59.94. Your stop goes below this candle, 59.75. So you're talking about 19 cents risk, and it never looks back. Raw Stores all the way to 61.96, over $2 a share on 19 cents risk. Just a couple super nice afternoon trades after really a boring lunchtime. I did have about a 25-cent combined loss between two trades on JCPenney's, negligible compared to these trades in the afternoon. I can show them to you. I hate to make these videos boring. Some people ask me to show them, say, hey, show your losers too. So JCPenney's super strong here, okay, big push. In hindsight, I didn't really give much thought to how far this had come because really it was kind of coming out of a choppy range. So I like the strength here. I switched to 2-minute candles and called it long over this candle, okay, thinking I might get another leg. Now, I made a mistake here. 22.46 is the long, 22.39 stop. That's a great risk reward, right? What is that, 6 cents? And then it goes up to almost 22.60. Here's where I made my rookie error. Anytime you're retesting a high of day, you should always sell some. Plus, we're up at about 15 cents or so. Should have sold some, gone to a break-even stop. Then you have a can't-lose trade. Instead, I let it stop me out. Now, it was only a 6-cent loss, but that could have been what I call sandwich money in my favor instead. And then I switched to fives and thought this is still buyable right here around the 20 period moving average on fives. I think I took it at 22.28 with a 20-cent stop. So that buy was in here, and it stopped me out for 20 cents right there. Ended up closing strong, but so did everything. I don't view this buy as a mistake on the 20 period moving average after this strength, and I don't view this buy as a mistake. What my mistake here was I just didn't sell some into the spike and the potential double top. So I ended up taking a very small loss, but I ended up taking a loss. This one made sense to me, okay? Gave it 20 cents risk, made sense, and just didn't work. Let's see, another one I called a little crazy one. Trying to think of the symbol here. Oh yeah, OREX, one of those diet pill drugs. When it got this tight base below the high of the day, I called it at 564 with I think a 553 stop, and it pretty quickly went to almost over 590. So that's, I think it made a 30-cent move, and I was a seller into this spike. I learned from my JCPenney's. You know, a 30-cent move on a $6 stock, very nice percentage gain. So I think a lot of us made money on that one as well. Ended up closing strong, but that was the trade in that. And that might have been it for the day. Bottom feeding play in LIFE. Oh, and look at this one. Didn't type that right. PCYC. When PCYC looked like this, I said that it's getting down to an area that stocks often bounce off of, okay? And it was around 48. I'll show you on 15-minute candles, the 200 period moving average. So it looked like, actually this was a solid red candle at the time. PCYC, a crazy trader, crazy spreads, so I didn't take this. But I did mention that in chat, PCYC down to the 15-200. And look at, you talk about a stock bouncing off the 15-200. Anyone that took that even around that 48 area, it ended up going almost to 53. Now, I'm not trying to say I gave an exact call on that, and I don't know if anyone in chat took it, but that's still a great heads up there, and I made $0 off of it for what it's worth. Anyway, fantastic day today. I'm going to quit babbling, and we will talk to you guys later.